that means a group of patients under the TSH levels which are persistently high are going to develop a clinical condition called as colloid goiter, and that's it. The patient can remain exactly stable this point. So please understand, this is the patient is absolutely stable. But what is the nature of goiter in a colloid goiter? Which lobe is enlarged in a colloid goiter? Sir, both the lobes are enlarged in a colloid goiter. That's it. What is the consistency of the gland? Sir, the consistency of the gland is FIRM, F-I-R-M. Bus. Now, one group of patients will remain up till this, but there will be, remember, either a patient with a colloid goiter. Now understand the next level of difficulty or next level of understanding. Either the patient has a colloid goiter or the patient has a normal thyroid, but in both of these, what is the stimulus that is acting for growth? What is the single stimulus that is acting for growth?
TSH.
Is TSH. Very good. Now, someone was asking me in the break about TSH antibodies. The answer is very rightly said. But to understand it simplistically, understand till now that this is TSH, 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 which is the only stimulus for growth in the thyroid. Understand it up till this point like this. Now, what if the TSH stimulus is in a pulsatile manner? Now, what do you mean by this thing? Pulsatile manner is very simple to understand. Say, for example, it is like you can check your pulse rate. This is your pulse rate. You can check, say, for example, if you are standing in an auto rickshaw stand, you will see that, oh my God, there are no auto rickshaws, and then there are 10 which come, and then again there is half an hour, there is no auto rickshaw. This is called as a pulsatile trend. But there is something that is more important than the pulsatile trend, in which there is going to be an important announcement now. The next week or the next class, there is going to be an exam till the point I have taught. Are all of you ready for the exam?
Yes, sir.
Oh my God, only there is one response. There is going to be an exam. Now you see that, sir, exam. What is your first human response to the exam? You say, oh my God, bad. Now tell me, there are some of you who say that, okay, boss, exam hai, chalo, wo bhi online exam ho jayega. There is one group of you who say that exam, oh my God, I'm very good in giving exams. Tell me, which one of these three smileys are you? I cannot see your hand raising things, but I hope you are in one of these smileys if there is an announcement of an exam. Now, similarly, what happens when there is a TSH response and the TSH response occurs to the thyroid follicle? Now, the thyroid follicles behave very differently. Now, understand this biology very differently. Now, this is a very complex biology. No one technically knows till date what exactly is the main jhamela that goes on. But one thing more or the less, if you read Harrison, says that TSH is something called as a G protein coupled receptor. Okay. And I really like to draw it like a Chinese snake like thing. I think you have heard about this one, this G protein coupled receptors.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So the problem is that there can be some areas in this big snake-like thing which are mutated. Okay. And if there is a mutation, now this mutation, interestingly enough, out of the whole gland, there is not all the areas that are mutated. There are some boys or girls in the class who out of a class of 150 will say that, sir, बहुत अच्छा है sir, पढ़ाई करेंगे sir. The rest of them are going to say, oh, exam, बाबा रे बाबा, आबार परीक्षा, फिर से एग्जाम आ गया. So please see that these green dots are those who are behaving normally to that. So there is a normal response and okay boss, par lenge, kuch to kar hi lenge, chalo. This is something called as an exaggerated response. Now till date we really do not know why does this thing happen. So if you can work on this one, it will be very nice. That what is exactly that mutation that makes that cell more reactive to the same command. Understand that the TSH response is the same. Teacher ka response is the same for both the students. Why do some students read more? Why do the rest of them don't read? Well, again, I do not know the answer to that. It is exactly the same thing that happens to the thyroid follicle. If that is the response, there is a increase in number of cells, but that increase in number of cells, remember, is usually a limited response to a formation of a nodule. Now, if you are thinking, is it cancer? Well, you are absolutely in the right line. That means the number of cells are increasing. And in this, what is the response that I have taught you till now? What is the response? The response is the cell number remains the same, but what is the important about the cell size? That increases. What about the vascularity? Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So the vascularity is marginally increased. What is deposited in the tissue? What is deposited in the tissue are fibrous tissues. Now, sir, deposited in between the tissues is fibrous tissue. And what is the main effect of this thing? Is formation of something called colloid. But consider the other end of the spectrum. This gland now has a few nodules, few conglomerates, which are of varying sizes. Can you tell me why are they of varying sizes? Because the answer is very simple. Someone in your class got 199 out of 200. The majority got 110 out of 200. Some people got 185, some got 170, some got 182. So do you see these exactly the same response that happens in a classroom happening to a multinodular goiter? Have I made you understand this part? Hello?
Yes.
So these blue colored dots, what do they represent? They represent a nodule. Now, when I talk about nodule, these nodules will thus make a pathology called as multinodular goiter. Okay? And now, when it is a multinodular goiter, this multinodular goiter is interspaced by tissues, which is going to contain what? Which is going to contain? Come on. Which is going to contain what kind of tissue?
Normal tissue, colloid.
Not
Fibrous tissue.
normal, sir. It is not normal tissue. Do you think this is normal?
Fibrous tissue.
Exactly. Fibrous and vascular tissue. But what is the main essence of the follicular cells? What do the follicular cells have? See the green color. What is the
Colloid.
main thing? Is colloid. That means if you take a biopsy, what is the biopsy going to come as? What will the pathologist report this to be? Colloid. What will the pathologist report this to be? Maybe, I do not know. A nodule maybe, a adenoma maybe, and we are not very understandable about this. So have you understood This is a point that pathology ends. You have to be a clinician,
Sir.
an endocrinologist.
Sir, এই
to
জায়গাটা
understand.
আরেকবার বলুন।
Okay, good.
Sir.
So please understand that there are two responses. I again come back from, this is very fundamental to you understanding this. The TSH response is the same. The teacher told there is an exam. Some boys and girls in the class who are marked in blue are reading very much. See their number, dekho. Number is about, they are getting big marks. Baap re baap, itna number mil gaya. So what are they forming? What are they forming? They are forming something called as a nodule. Have I made you understand up till this point? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. But then what are the rest of the cells doing, boss? अरे एग्जाम तो चल रहा है, उन्होंने क्या किया है बताइए सर. What have they made at the end of exam? This was the question paper. तैयार कीजिए कुछ, आंसर कीजिए कुछ. What is the answer that comes out? Is the colloid. So that means, what is the basic difference between a colloid goiter and a multinodular goiter?
So colloid goiter will be uniform and
Exactly. That means, if you have a clinically a patient with a colloid goiter, what is the surface in the patient with a colloid goiter?
Smooth.
Smooth surface. That means if you see about, or if you take a pathology, every part, that means I should color the full specimen, that all of them got the same marks. All of them got 100 out of 200. But tell me, in a real world, does it exactly happen like this, that all the students in the class get the same marks? Absolutely no, man. All of you got very high marks and hence you are sitting now. So remember, in a multinodular goiter, what is the surface?
Rough.
Rough.
Nodular.
Maybe the word nodular is better. Okay. Now, what do these nodules represent? What do these nodules represent? Are they
Exactly,
cancer
response.
nodules? Are exactly,
Exactly.
are they cancer? Is this cancer? Yes or no? Is this a neoplastic nodule? Is this a cancer nodule? The answer is no.
Can go up to Newton.
Exactly. It is a normal variant. But then in between the nodules, what is the rest of the tissue?
Colloid.
Is colloid
Colloid,
or
vascular.
fibrous, and colloid and vascularity. So now if I give you a short note on the pathogenesis of a multinodular goiter, can you write the pathogenesis of a multinodular goiter? Hello? Right? Okay. Now, those of you who are little good in pathology, I hope you have known an agent that is secreted by tissues called as VEGF. Have you heard about this entity?
Yes.
Oh,
Sir, yes, sir.
vascular endothelial growth.
Vascular endothelial growth factor.
So that means the nodules are also, remember that, apart from making the TSH and etc., there has been shown to be a marginal increase in multinodular goiter, which shows VEGF may be a potential agent that promotes a nodule formation. There are books in endocrinology which says that, but people doubt whether this really happens or not. So, but people have seen the VEGF levels in these tissues are higher than that of a colloid goiter. So if you can write that, yes, that VEGF levels also contribute marginally. Now, what does a VEGF level lead to? Chalo, Dr. Saab, tell me on a gross appearance of the tissue. So what will be the consistency of the gland of a multinodular goiter? It is firm. Why is it firm? Why is it firm? Why is it firm? Because of
There is
presence
normal
of
Fibrous tissue.
fibrous tissue.
fibrous tissue.
Okay. And what is the surface looking like?
Nodular.
Nodular. Very good. What is the size of the nodules?
Varying size.
Variable. Any size. Good. And due to the action of that VEGF, let us understand a few simple things, Professor.
Muscular.
Very good. What are the things that I'm trying to draw on the surface?
Blood vessel.
There are very good. There are prominent blood vessel. So now if I give you a specimen of a thyroid, can you identify a specimen of a multinodular goiter by this time?
Yes.
Okay. Have you understood up till the biology and pathology up till this point?
Yes, sir.
Hello.
Sir,
Okay.
sir,
Yes, sir.
sir, got a question. VEGF এর source কি এখানে?
VEGF at source we do not know. It is not at all the follicular cell. I'm not claiming that follicular cells are
Fibrocytes?
secreting VEGF. Maybe, sir. Absolutely,
Okay.
maybe. Hence, I told
sir.
you, we do not know the source of VEGF, but VEGF is found to be an potential increase or and say maybe a culprit for increase in vascularity. But have you understood up till this point?
Sir,
Sir, colloid goiter
Yes,
to
sir,
sir
আরেকটা
vascularity
question
বাড়ে
আছে।
sir.
Exactly. In a colloid goiter, I'm going to draw the next one. In a colloid goiter, what is the consistency?
Firm sir.
Firm.
Consistency is firm because it
Yes, sir.
contains fibrous tissue.
Fibrous tissue.
What is the surface like?
Smooth sir.
Smooth. Okay. Number two, but remember there is something that is absent in that. That is that VEGF. And remember that it usually does not contain prominent blood vessel. But well, it is biology. Now we do not have anything that is accurate. Maybe the number of blood vessels are few. But
हेलो कर लिया
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you, mute.
Hello.
Sir, you are not
শ্যামলদা স্যার
audible.
মিউট হয়ে গেছে।
Sir, mute me.
স্যার শোনা যাচ্ছে না কিছু?